contractually speaking, Bill Belichick has the leverage. And he knows it. Well, he's going to be traded while Robert holds the card. What are you talking about? Bill is under contract. They have to fire him, and he knows it. And he knows they don't want to, quote-unquote, fire him. I don't think. I guess we'll find out today. But make no mistake, it was said on a Zoom call with lousy sound and a lousy connection. And just sort of buried there in an opening statement. But make no mistake, that comment, I'm under contract, packed a lot of weight, and it was a salvo. And it was a statement on the current state of affairs, which is, I'm not playing ball. I have the leverage contractually. I have the leverage. You're going to have to fire me. Otherwise, I'm under contract, and I'm showing up to work. And I'll even work with you to restructure who makes the decisions and whatever you want. I'm amenable to whatever it takes. I'll see you tomorrow at 9. And it's all on Robert's lap, and that's the way it's always been from the start. This fantasy that Bill was somehow going to work with them or a trade or something. Like, have you not seen the way these guys operate? I mean, these guys, Belichick, Parcells. It's the way these go. And I don't blame them. I mean, the people he's dealing with, meaning the owners, hold people to contracts and play hardball and say, well, you signed it. Well, that's what that is. So what did you expect from Bill Belichick? And so that's what he did today. And that, to me, is the lead story as we come here on a Reentry Monday on Felger and Mazz. Mazz, Murray, what do you think?
Okay, so look, let's rewind the clock just for a second. Okay, 23 years ago, Bill wanted out of the Jets. What happened with the contract?
He immediately wrote on a napkin that I'm out of the contract. It starts with the contract.
Okay, so, and you know what? He couldn't get out of it. So the Patriots had to make a trade. Now he's on the other side. It's amazing how that happens. If you work a whole career or live a whole life, inevitably you'll end up on both sides of the same situation.
Where it benefits you to be under contract or hurts you to be under contract.
Correct. Now it benefits them.
Excellent.
And now the Krafts are the ones who want out. And they want Bill to play nice. If I were Bill, I'd do exactly what he did today.
100%.
And you know what? He's earned it. He's earned it. If the Krafts don't want to pay him, what'd you give him a contract for?
You don't think these NFL owners at the first opportunity would turn around and leverage you over something you signed?
Of course they would.
So suck it. I'm here. I'm under contract at 9 a.m. bright and early, 7 a.m. bright and early. I'm ready to go, Robert. I'm in the film room. I don't blame Bill one bit. And, why did the Krafts extend him? And when that news came out in the middle of the year, I said it. Why you say why? Well, because why? You wanted to have leverage over him? So he didn't bolt? You never wanted to give him the opening to leave you, so you were always going to have an extra year of control? Okay. Well, the risk was that it was so bad that you wanted him gone. And now he had that extra year, and he had it over you. That was the risk, and you lost. You lost. You lost that bet, Robert and Jonathan. You signed him to an extra year because you thought in some way you'd be able to hold that over him, as Mazz has pointed out, which usually the way it works in the past. If you have someone under contract, generally you have the leverage. You get to trade his rights. You get whatever. He doesn't get to move unless you say so. And that's, I guess, historically the way that it's gone. So the only risk there in signing that extra year was that it was so bad that you had to move on. Well, you lost the bet. And now you're on the hook. And what should they do, Mazz? What should they do?
Fire him. And again, I say fire him. Call it publicly, whatever you want. But my point is, pay him and be done with it.
That's it.
Pay him and be done with it.
It's only as hard as the Krafts want to make it.
Really, it's that simple. Pay him. So let me get this straight. The problem with this scenario, the only reason there's even a debate is because the Krafts want it both ways. If they have a good year, they want to be able to keep Bill and control where he goes.
Yep.
If they have a bad year, they want to be able to cut ties with Bill and not pay him. Well, you can't have it both ways. It's one or the other.
No, sir. Exactly right. I'm kind of with Bill on this one.
I'm totally with Bill on this one.
It's like, hey, you insisted on that extra year. I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, you made your bed. Now lie in it. I don't blame him. Yeah, he's got the leverage here. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, Murray, your thoughts?
Yeah, I found the thing kind of equally hilarious and uncomfortable to listen to because, like, I don't know, like I'm not good with any kind of contract negotiations, whether it's mine or listening to any other people's. Like, that's why you have people to do that. But it was clear. Bill was like, no, F you. This isn't going to go easy for you. I know you want it to go easy, but screw you. It's not going to happen that way because I hold all the cards. And I get like, ugh, about that kind of thing. So it was tough for me to listen to, but also kind of hilarious.
You don't like the contract stuff, Murray?
I don't. No.
Oh, that's the fun stuff.
No, let someone else deal with that. That's why you take your 6%. I don't have the.
Oh,
sack
that's
for it.
wasted 6%, man. Dig in there yourself. That's the fun stuff.
Nah.
Just pay the guy.
Just pay him.
But it is funny that he paints himself as like just a cog in the wheel and part of the machine here, like model employee. That part I found funny. Like, oh yeah, no, you've always been the model employee here. Yes, sir. No, sir. Whatever you need, Mr. Kraft. Like that's a crock.
Well, he's just playing the game, right?
Yeah.
It's like, he doesn't want anyone to say at the end that he was uncooperative or breached his contract or didn't act in good faith. No, hey, look, I'm under contract. I'm here to look ahead with this team and fix what we can fix. And if there are changes that need to be made, I'm willing to, and I'm paraphrasing obviously, but this was the whole tone of the thing. I'm willing to work with everybody as we have already to this point. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that's a part of that decision, but as we go forward, I'm here to work with everybody to make this better. And did I mention that I'm under contract? It's like priceless. Like, what did you think was going to happen? I hate to say I told you so, but the whole thing about the trade, it's nonsense. And if the Krafts can pull it off, like tip of the cap, but contractually speaking, unless there's something we're not seeing, and we don't know what the contract says, but if this is the way most contracts are and the way these things go, Bill's not a player. He's not bound by the collective bargaining agreement. You can't trade his rights and he has to report to the other team. It doesn't work that way. He starts with the team. He has to want to go there. He has to come to terms on a contract with that team. And then at that point, you turn around and you work out compensation. So, but it starts with him. And as I've been telling you from day one, why would any team give up a draft pick when he's going to be fired? And now we're in, are we going to have a staring contest where the Krafts say, well, he's not fired? Okay, then I'm showing up. Hi, John. Hi, Robert. Here I am again. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Stupid. You made your bed, Robert, Jonathan. You made your bed. You wanted to have an extra year of control. You thought it would play to your advantage. You didn't think it would get this bad. No one did, but here we are. And so that you can't have it both ways. Exactly right, Mazz.
I mean, it blows me away that how many coaches get fired and don't have some sort of parachute. They all do. This is the deal. You don't get it both ways. You can't extend the contract to protect yourself so he can't leave. And then he sucks, and you want to fire him without paying him. No!
I love it.
It doesn't work that way.
And, any of you who thought that, like, this had a chance of continuing, do you still? Like, Mazz, brilliant analogy. This is just the Jets' day in reverse.
Yeah, totally.
It's the same thing, though. It's the day one he was supposed to be the Jets coach. He resigns and says, I resign on my contract. I break my contract. Today, nope. I'm fulfilling my contract. It's the same thing in reverse, but it's just a leverage game. It's a legal game. He's gone. He's gone. Did you watch the broadcast yesterday? Okay. Fox is not carrying on like that unless they know he's gone. They all know he's gone. The question is the legalese and the contract and what's he getting paid or what's their rights or this part to it. But everything else is over. I would say, especially when he starts off today with, in his opening statement, I'm under contract. Oh.
Now you want to talk contracts. Said
the guy for 24 years, we don't talk contracts. Well, unless it's my franchise quarterback who I want to blow out of here or me who they owe $25 million a year to. Then I'm okay. Yeah, I'm under contract. Good Lord. And I think everyone's picked up on it properly. I'll just give you one example. Tom Pelissero of NFL Network. Everyone's antenna got raised when he said that. Here's Pelissero, NFL Network.
As for the Patriots, their head coach, Bill Belichick, as of this moment, is still the head coach of the Patriots and held his annual day after very early morning press conference this morning. Belichick struck a very specific tone. He noted that he remains under contract. He was asked whether or not he would give up personnel control, if that's something that owner Robert Kraft would want, to which Belichick responded that he is for whatever is best for the organization. And Belichick talked about continuing to do his job the way that he does every year. One way that you certainly could read those Belichick comments is after months of speculation about what Robert Kraft might want to do, what Bill Belichick might want to do, potentially going and coaching someplace else, which he dismissed as a hypothetical that he would not address. By making those comments, I'm under contract, I'm continuing to do my job, I'm for whatever is best for this football team. That now puts the decision back on Robert Kraft's plate. In other words, Will, if I'm not back as Bill Belichick as head coach, go ask Robert Kraft why it didn't work.
It's where it began. It's on Robert. That's it. Bill's not going to quit and give up the contractual leverage that he has. Even if he wants to quit, why would he? You owe me $25 million or whatever it is. I'm going to show up till you pay me, fire me. You're on the hook for that money, pal. So nothing's happening until Robert makes a move. Does he have the balls? Does he have the stomach? Is he ready to make the move?
Good question.
Everyone seems to think so.
So just grow a pair, for crying out loud, and pull the trigger.
It's never going to be easier for them to do it than now. After the season that they just had, after everything that we read about from behind the scenes, how this whole thing is gone, just fire him if you're done with him.
And Murray, here's the other thing, too, because obviously there are teams that already have coaching vacancies within the last 24 hours. They're already moving forward with their, maneuverings. Yes.
Yeah.
So now, look, I think the Patriots have a plan in place, if you're asking me, which we can get to later.
Oh, we will.
But the point is, if you want to get in the game and start moving the process, you got to move. You got to make a decision. Let's go.
Or you're futzing around with this contract and what you owe him. Don't do that.